taken, it's all been poster or a participant. Got it. The owner can, okay, leave me, okay, got it. Okay. Minutes, the minutes of last month's meeting, done by Michael. Thank you, Mike. Anybody want to read them over? Give them a cursory look. What you think?
Motion to accept the minutes as
oh, by the
presented.
way, also, there's one extra sheet in there. Come on in, hon. My cleaning lady, so you go give you something to watch behind me. Thank you.
She's not eating, she's cleaning.
Not me, I'm not cleaning. I'm
Oh,
eating.
second
You're
that
cleaning.
Okay.
Okay. Also, you'll notice that I put in here UCO Insurance Committee. These are all the committee members as of today. Okay? Now, what I want you to do, if you get a chance to, please look them over. If you know, a lot of us have two email accounts. A lot of us have more than one telephone number. If this is the one that you
She's talking about-
prefer,
I don't know
this
where
is the
we
one. This is the one that you prefer to have people at the insurance committee know you as,
agenda
okay?
Oh, okay.
Third page of the agenda package.
There is no third page.
The agenda, not the minute.
There's the agenda, it's on the page.
Okay.
No, it's not on the
there's a
agenda.
web
It's not on
We
the
don't have-
page. Okay,
agenda,
must have come out, must have.
okay?
It was left out, Tony.
Jesus. All
I
right.
have a copy
Jesus loves
in my
us.
email.
That's fine.
It went out by
Okay.
email, but.
Suffice to say, we'll do it next month,
Yeah, no
okay?
problem. Yeah.
Everybody, look at, it's just what you prefer. Basically what I did is I have my UCO insurance business email, but I have my personal home phone. Because that's the easiest, that's where I am most of the time. Basically, that's the type of thing I want, what you want. Like I happened to call Patricia, and Patricia said, no, I don't like the other one I have. Could you use Caputo? No, Patricia
no.
Caputo, some number,
Right.
okay? So, and that's, so I did
Yeah,
that.
I tried to get into the other one this morning, couldn't get in, so you're better off using the one I gave you.
What, Patricia Caputo?
Yep. Forget
Okay,
about the
yeah.
other one.
Yeah, all right. Okay. Good morning, how are you? Or afternoon. Good, okay. That's the next thing. That was just how about the minutes? Everybody okay with them?
Everybody's
I made a motion, nobody seconded.
Yeah,
Oh, John seconded, okay.
Okay, thank you, John. Okay, that one we're not gonna discuss. And the next thing on our is termination of condo. For those of you who had an opportunity to listen to Mark Friedman's webinar on the termination of condominiums. What happens when the building gets so old or so disheveled and there's actually a market for it? Somebody wants to buy it, rehab it, and whatever. Mike, if you would please, could you kind of go over what exactly?
There were 3 points. One, it's a relationship or a contract between a condo association and a developer. The condo association votes to sort of dissolve itself. The point they really had was that the property values might be high enough to demolish the building or get rid of the building, rebuild it again and remarket it as a new product. The key was the value of the property and where it's located was one of the issues that they had. And you run into the sidelight was that some of the people do not want to sell, and they're called Over My Dead Body. And they went into some relationship or some agreements that they could try to arrange with these people to get them to vote to demolish or to expand the condominium by giving them a new unit in the new building at a certain price. That was but again, the key is the property values go up and the building goes down, so at a certain point, it would pay to have a new building put up and the old one demolished.
But that won't affect Century Village.
You know, you never say never. You never say never, because,
Who has first rights?
well, again, if a developer made a new deal with Mr. Levy, that's a developer with a developer. That's not something here. And I don't know exactly what to say, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, we were kind of,
Yeah.
I listened to that meeting. And I was like, thank you. I was like,
No,
I don't see this happening in Century Village. And where would WPRF play in all this? You know what I'm saying? Would they
it
have any
doesn't.
dibs on the actual association itself?
no, they're a rec maintenance company. They're out of the picture. Levy's in the picture.
Yeah, but
Maybe
what
on the
happens if,
problem.
but what happens when we don't own the property, that it's owned by a developer, and the developer doesn't want to do business with Levy?
Well, didn't we have that? Shedfield O?
Mhm.
And what happened?
Levy took care of the problem.
Exactly. He got rid of the problem. And that's exactly, no developer is gonna come in and buy a piece of property. They're not gonna, it's not gonna happen.
Levy's a developer.
I mean, it might happen 40 years from now, or 45 years. It ain't gonna happen now. It's not something we have to worry about.
It was just a curiosity.
Yeah,
That
we
was
don't know
my
the
question.
property.
My question was, I thought, where's Levy gonna stand in all this? Is he gonna want his associations being sold out from underneath him? Where his customers would be? The customers who use his swimming pools, his the whatever. I just thought that was an interesting. I thought it was interesting.
All right, so where are we going from there?
So where does the
Okay.
two-story come in?
I have no idea.
Number 5,
Number
No,
5.
4. What happened to 4?
That is.
That was
condo.
I didn't see, no, I
Yeah.
don't see, oh, sorry. Number 5.
Okay, number 5 is the multi-factor authentication.
Mhm.
We haven't heard anything from, we put that one in for Donald last week when we didn't know that Donald was on vacation. Bottom line is, we don't have any, there's no update on that because no Steve Henn, but I gave him, we've been given 6 months.
What do you need from Steve? I mean.
It's a procedure he's got to set up.
We have it.
It's been done.
It's been done. Every UCO officer was done, and investigation was done.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, then we're okay then, but he hasn't filled out the form.
Okay, so can you send me the form, Tony, and I'll make sure we get it done.
the form is in the attachment.
Okay.
It's
Well,
page
can I
6
get it?
and 7. Yeah, of
Can you
course.
mail it to me, please, and I'll have Steve
Sure.
take care of it.
Okay, it's right here. It's page 6 and 7 of the attachment
Okay.
in the lower left, lower.
Yeah.
right.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Joanne, you actually are gonna go one-on-one with Steve?
Yes, absolutely, no problem.
God bless you. There's gonna be a place for you in heaven.
No, I've already burned that bridge.
Good joke.
Nah. Okay,
That was good.
the rest of this is, okay, just some good stuff. Florida insurers slashing payouts. Bottom line is, a lot of these insurance carriers are have lost so much money for so many years. According to what I've read of the last 5 years, that they're getting very cheap with their payouts.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. I think another one of the things would be that they're probably saying that a lot of stuff is, a lot of the stuff is,
Bogus.
no.
It
The
is.
music in the back too. No, I got, it's that let's look at Fort Myers, okay? How much of the damage on those buildings is water damage? And how much of it is wind damage? And remember that the most of those policies do not have any flood coverage, which means that a lot of them I heard are using like the watermark and saying, we'll pay for this above, but we're not going to pay for the damage below. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Not
I
really.
see one of the ways of getting out of these things. And I got to tell you, I've been asked about flood insurance. And I did take a course this last week on flood, and it is very expensive, very, very expensive. So, you know, it's gonna, we're lucky in that we're what, 5 to 6 miles away from
Yes,
the coastline. So we, you know, we don't really need that flood insurance, but every now and
it
then
wouldn't cost us that much either.
it might. It's
We're
not
further
cheap.
away. It's the people who are close. Actually, my policy dropped. And I know why. They just did. They
What's
dropped
that,
it.
hon?
They dropped it for my policy. I don't really care. I'm on the 4th floor.
And you're on the 4th floor. I mean, you know. Anyhow, yeah. Anyhow, Mike, if you want to do I'm sure you're a lot better at this than I am. This is called new technology preparing for hurricane season. Did you happen to read that thing?
Yeah, it was just a review article on some of the things that some of the communities are doing to sort of reduce or prevent major damages. Again, may not apply here because they're talking about underground cables to houses instead of overhead wiring. They're talking about using spray foam as not only an insulation, but as a structural element to maintain the roof structure or the wall structure, make it better than just a frame with fiberglass insulation. They talked about the windows and doors that are, you know, hurricane proof, but that's kind of, and then they were talking about in the communities, the different streets and putting drainage ponds to alleviate flooding. It was just kind of a review article, something to maybe be interested in at least having about. And they were just policies or implements to prevent anti-flooding devices. It's kind of a generic article, but it was worth just looking at. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. Yeah, it came to us from USI. We appreciate. Thank you. Okay. Joanne, are you taping this meeting?
Yeah, do you want to discontinue the
Okay.
recording?
Yes, thank you very much, everyone. That will be the end of the insurance meeting for today. Unfortunately, it's a very short one.